was once a dream that was Rome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Roland. This is the best channel that nobody watches except a few special people like yourselves. And today it's time to dominate, annihilate, and penetrate. But this time, I'm not alone. I have my wolf pack with me. Two guys will be joining me in this new adventure for the channel. We're gonna be talking about older games, our opinions, we play through them, and then we make suggestions based off of it, so that all three of you will be happy, hopefully, and maybe at least one of you will stay until the end where we give you our conclusions. So today I am joined by Adi Mundi DACIAPeek. You already know him. He's been on the channel for quite a little bit. We've had some battles in Total War in the Dauntless days, and also I have an episode where I talk with him. He's a modder for the Total War community. He works on 1100 AD. That's besides the point, but he does something with his life, you know, unlike myself. And then I have a lifelong friend. Can I call you friend, Dacia?
Yeah, sure.
Are we friends?
I think so.
I think so.
Sometimes.
It depends.
Sometimes.
It comes and it goes, guys. You never know. Yeah. We've known each other for quite a long time. We have been rivals at times in Counter-Strike tournaments, but all is good in the end. We still lose our brain cells in Counter-Strike matches every now and then, but that's a different discussion. I thought this would be a great idea to do this, because in today's day and age, I don't know about you guys, but like every new game that launches is shittily optimized or it's full of you know, modern politics that nobody gives a fuck about. So I think it's the perfect time to just go back into everybody's backlogs, because at this point in time everybody has a big backlog, most of people, and we can explore which games are good, or maybe which games should be passed on because their times have passed, or it was even bad at the time that it launched in. So that's the purpose of this. And also it's fun, you know, you play the games, you talk to other people, share your thoughts, see what other people think, and obviously the more racist we are, the better. Now that's about it. So today we're going to be talking about Metro 2033, which is a game that is based upon the first book in the Metro book series by, what's his name? Dmitry Glukovsky, I think. I hope I didn't butcher that one. And the first game is based upon the first book, but the subsequent two games have nothing to do with the books. But it's obviously the same world, same stuff, but it doesn't have any connection from what I've understood from the books. But this is following pretty closely. And we're gonna start by talking about the storyline. So, what do you guys think about the storyline? Did you enjoy it? Or was it not of much interest to you and you were just focusing more on the gameplay side of things? Mundi, you have the floor here.
Alright, so to be honest, Artyom is a badass. For like he fought too many enemies at once. He cleared both commies and Nazis camps like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, so okay, listen, the story, it's very linear. Okay, you don't have like too much exploration to do. You have to defeat the Dark Ones and save the Metro system that is the home
The
during
home of the
apocalypse.
Nazis and the commies, yes?
Yeah, you are starting with the commies, to be honest. It is what it is. I will tell you, it was pretty nice. Personally, I did the Ranger ending, so I hit the Dark One's base with the missiles in the end.
Yeah.
And I also checked that there is also a moral ending, so you can let them
Yeah,
live.
the game has
which,
two endings.
of course, I didn't do that.
Why
will
not
tell you,
though?
it was-
Because you get hints that the Dark Ones are not quite bad. Were you just not interested?
Bro, I will tell you, when I play games that I am a soldier, I always follow the orders, so I had to do it. It is what it is.
Yes.
I gotta save my home, so this is This was my ending. But it was a very nice story, although very linear. You know, it was
Yeah,
very
it's a
limited, to be
straightforward
honest.
journey. Yeah,
But
yeah,
of course, the remaster was excellent in all aspects. Which we'll discuss later on.
yes. Okay. So, like overall, like it is linear, yeah. But like, did you enjoy the world building and stuff?
Certainly, certainly, bro. The world itself and the atmosphere was
I
it's
think
like
that's
a dense
peak.
post-apocalyptic. Yeah, the tunnels of the Moscow metro. It was claustrophobic. At sometimes I had like, okay, where am I? And my worst thing was the librarians. I was like, what are those things? They won't
Oh
die.
man, that level, yeah, it's
And
quite something.
certainly the most creepy creatures were these little scorpions at the chapter 6.
Yeah,
I wasted all my ammo because I thought that you could kill them with bullets, but all they needed was the flashlight. They were
yeah,
burning from the
yeah.
flashlight.
Oh, like if you enjoyed them, wait till if you play the third game. There's a level there that is just pouring out of those spiders, and you're blocked, and it's awesome.
Well, it was amazing, and also the fact that the outside world it's frozen and you have the demons flying all over. It's so nice, you know. What if I was living there? This is what I was saying to myself all the time. It was scary at times. It was very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it can be very claustrophobic. The atmosphere is awesome. Like the world building is
Yeah.
amazing. I like the gritty and raw atmosphere, and it's very similar. For example, I read like last year, I think I read a book named Roadside Picnic, which also talks about the stalkers, and it's actually the inspiration for the game series Stalkers. And the
Oh,
guys here
really?
that go outside the metro system are also called stalkers, so I see a connection there, and it's similar to
Mm.
that one. The atmosphere and the world building is pretty awesome. Like I'm always a little bit of a chicken when it comes to horror games, and this definitely hit the spot. um it's quite cool. It's quite cool. What about you, Mr. Dacia? What was your experience? Did you enjoy the world building and the storyline as
Yeah,
much as you could?
well, unfortunately, I didn't pay much attention to the story, to be honest. Um, I wasn't quite fascinated by it. Um, to me, Artyom seemed like, I don't know, a more weaker character. I mean, I felt like he was pushed around quite a lot, and
Yeah,
he didn't quite get a grip of himself while
yeah. It's
uh,
Go ahead.
so like in contrast what to Adi said, uh, Artyom seems so wimpy at times to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a very interesting contrast because, for example, in the game, he doesn't speak,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And the
that's
reason
another thing.
why the developers chose to do that is because they want Artyom to be just to make it your own character. So that's why he doesn't speak. They want you to experience the world through your own eyes and kind of to fall back from Artyom's character, which is a pretty big contrast because in the books he's like you describe him. He's very young, very inexperienced. He's always asking questions left and right. And he is a little bit like, because he's unexperienced, he's not the badass that sometimes the game makes you feel like he is. So the contrast between Artyom in the books and in the games, it's a little bit different. And like, I don't know if it's better or not. Maybe it would have been more interesting to do it more accurately to the books, but I didn't have any problems with him not talking that much. Although some of the scenes are just
Yeah, the dialogues
hilarious.
are pretty weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
like the characters are talking alone, and
yeah, like especially
weird.
when you find that little kid that you save.
he's fucking annoying.
Yeah, yeah, but it's also very weird that he is the only one talking. It's the kid jumping to conclusions and deciphering
Look,
what.
behind you, watch out, behind you.
Yeah. Whoa,
And
what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Is
Yeah.
that big and black? I don't know.
Overall, the game places you in the typical post-nuclear apocalyptic vibe.
Yeah.
Although the physics aren't really in order, sometimes they are pretty wonky. But hey, what do you expect from a game 15 years old?
It's from 2010, I think, or
Yeah, 2010.
2009.
Yeah.
So it's older,
But
over
overall,
15 years old.
regarding the I don't know, like the space, the disk it occupies, it has some pretty decent graphics, pretty decent frame rates as well.
Yeah.
Although I'm playing on the fucking toaster, so it's pretty it's pretty forgiving.
Listen,
So,
guys,
yeah.
we're Balkan boys around here, okay? So our computers look like something that you would see in a Mad Max movie, which is perfect for the purposes of this podcast, right?
Yeah, running on coal.
They are definitely not environmental friendly, and they can be used as a weapon because they're so heavy. Yeah, it's graphically, like, if you brought it up, we can talk about that a little bit. I think it does show its age, obviously, but it does in no way, shape, or form break the immersion that the game gives you. It's not a disadvantage. I think it still holds up pretty nicely, especially like if you're somebody that has been playing games for more than, I don't know, like 5 to 10 years. The graphics are not a problem, and I also don't think it would be a problem for like a very younger gamer either. Regarding the storyline, I love it. I love the storyline also because of the world building, the fact that people are barely surviving in metro stations, but somehow politics still rules this world. You have Nazis, you have communists, and you have religious fanatics or Jehovah's Witnesses. It's fascinating to me that people are barely surviving, but they're still, the ideologies are there, which also it does make sense because, you know, the metro is dark, and usually when shit hits the fan, like cultists and extremists usually have a wider reach just because everybody is so mentally broken. What do you think about that aspect, Mundi?
You're certainly right, because when, let's say, shit hit the fan and you are hopeless, if there is someone who ideologically will try to guide you somewhere, and in the basis you agree with him, you will follow him because you feel safety, more certainty, and etc. That's why you have the factions there, and they're trying to have like a hierarchy, you know, so they can fool themselves that, you see, even now that everything is broken and destroyed, we are still here trying to survive.
Yeah, we still...
Yeah, of course, it's absolutely idiotic anyway. Because
it's funny.
typically,
The funniest thing that I ever saw was a Russian Nazi in this game.
I will never understand how they managed to have like a tank, the Nazis there running in rails. I have no idea how they did that.
Yeah.
But okay, I mean, I understand the ideology behind it, that you
Yeah.
have to blend in order to survive, because if you try to do it on your own, you will never get there. So, as for the graphics, of course, the visual polish in the remaster is amazing. They have enlarged the map and the visuals, etc. For me, because I always pay attention to the graphics, because I don't like pixelated games, for example.
Okay.
For me, the graphics was excellent. I mean, the remaster was amazing for a game like that. It's 16 years old now.
Yeah.
The audio was very nice of the monsters also.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, good point. It helps a lot with the world building and with the tension that the game creates.
Yeah.
It helps very much, and it's very good.
Yeah. I mean, the only drawback for me is the voice acting, because, as you said, since Artyom isn't speaking, it's like they're speaking to a wall, and sometimes it's a bit cringe, you know. It's
Yeah,
I mean, okay.
it is.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Talking about the dialogue, have you guys experienced like when you were talking to an NPC? I mean, not talking, only facing an NPC while
Yeah.
he had his dialogue. Sometimes the audio volume from other people in the surrounding area was pretty high. I mean, at certain times I couldn't even understand the NPC's dialogue. Have you experienced that?
No, as
No,
far as no,
now
I
that you
don't think
say
so.
it, it is there. Like you can hear them pretty well, the people around you. Uh, but it didn't come up as a problem for me. But it is true.
I don't
Like,
know.
yeah, go
At
ahead.
times I had to pay attention really hard so in order to understand the dialogue. I don't know. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
me then.
um, it is there. So yeah, you're true. But it didn't bother me that much. But that's a good point. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. What else about the storyline? Well, not that much. What do you think? What did you think about the the way the Dark Ones were set up? Like it was, oh, it's like they come off as menacing, but as you go along the story, you kind of realize, especially with the help of Khan as well, which this guy is called Khan because he thinks he is. I don't know. Wait, what was he? I think he was the modern incarnation of Genghis Khan. That's why his name is Khan.
Oh, okay,
That's what the book says.
okay.
But he is kind of a prophetic character, and the
It
Dark
was,
Ones.
it was, I'm sorry to disrupt. It was that dude who was guiding you through that dark tunnel in the early game.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
bearded guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
I see.
beard and
Okay.
mustache. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And he was kind of also towards the end, before you go on your last mission, he does tell you that you have to be careful with what you choose. Don't just choose mindlessly, like a soldier, Mundi.
Real.
Eh.
Yeah.
To
But
be honest, at a point, I thought that he himself was an alien in disguise, or I don't know.
okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he does come off as suspicious at times.
Yeah,
Because he's like this babbling prophetic character in the metro system that is barely hanging on. So he was an interesting character and different.
he's distinguished himself from the other ones, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But the Dark Ones are pretty interesting because obviously in the beginning you are like, oh, what are they? They're the enemy. But then slowly but surely they give they give you the feeling that there might be more there. Did you guys enjoy that side, or was it just a nothing burger for some of you? So go
I
ahead.
will tell you. Would you like Dacia to start? I don't know.
No,
You
no, you can start.
you can go ahead.
Of course, thank you. I will tell you, that dude always, he served like the link between the Dark Ones and the main characters, so you can,
Yeah,
let's say, have the option to save them or kill them. But to be honest, now that you mention, I didn't notice the link myself, you know.
yeah,
Now that you mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, that guy indeed was saying this in the church, that small outpost.
yeah.
Yeah, I never noticed. I just went in for the kill, I guess.
Yeah, it's also because like we were supposed to do this a little bit earlier, but scheduling with 3 people, adult people, is kind of rough at times. So maybe some of the details from the early game and stuff, it goes out of your mind, you know, when it comes you play the game for 3 or 4 weeks, an hour or two every now
Yeah.
and then. Which is something that hopefully will not happen in the future with the other games that we're gonna play, but it is a factor. What about you, Dacia? What did you think about the Dark Ones? Do they have it long or short?
Far as I can tell, there was a scene where I think Artyom remembered when he was a kid, and a Dark One helped the children from getting attacked from the, well, how are they called?
Well, whatever. I don't know. Do they
A
have an
monster,
official name?
regardless.
Yeah, the monsters. Yeah.
So at that point, I figured that maybe they aren't really as bad as they are drawn up to be.
Yeah, yeah. As they give the impression.
Yep.
So surprise, surprise. Not everybody that's dark is bad. Yeah, I think.
Real.
I have one important question before we jump into the gameplay. Did Nikki scam you guys? Shotiris, did Nikki scam you?
Nikki.
Nikki is the red-haired hooker in the beginning of the game.
I don't think that I interacted with her.
No! Oh my god. How could you pass that up?
I saw a chick moving, but I was so focused because I was playing without a HUD, without a map to find out my way out.
Yeah,
So
you
I
played on
didn't
the
even play.
played on the survival mode on the hardest difficulty, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
okay.
a tryhard.
Yeah.
I
I tried
passed,
that as
I
well,
passed,
but
bro.
go ahead.
I passed. I simply passed.
Yeah,
It is what
okay.
it is.
You're a true soldier. I don't know. What about you, Dacia?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really like suffering in games, so it was only the basic, the normal difficulty, I think, on Spartan, or what's it called? On
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
survival
yeah.
mode,
That's
the
more
basic Spartan. So
supposedly. Yeah, but
I
go ahead.
I was in only for the experience to say that okay, I finished the game and that's it.
Yeah, sure.
I
And that's the fun.
but
That's
you,
the nice part about having three people talking about one game. You know, we share different perspectives, so that's perfectly fine. Go ahead. Did you go for Nikki?
you were talking about the striptease room or
Yeah, well, at one point in the beginning of the game, you get into a station, and then you talk at the table with a few guys, and then this redhead, very round, very well proportioned lady walks in front of you, and for a second there, the game forces you to look at her as she walks away, and then later on, after you get up from the table, you can explore the station, and then in one corner she's there. Did you interact with her?
I guess so, yes.
Okay,
If I
so
recall.
yeah, so did she steal all your stuff or
No.
no?
I don't remember. No.
No, okay.
Yes, so.
Yeah, you guys, okay. Well, I knew what was going to happen because I told you I played the game like 3 years ago. I finished it, so I knew she was like the thing with Nikki. She's, from what I understand, a little she has a little cult following when it comes to this game. It's if you interact with her, she offers you to have a good time, filled with playing video games, of course. But if you accept, then she scams you. I think she drugs you or something. And then a big hunk comes in and steals all your shit, and she disappears. And that's it. You don't see her in the game anymore. So, if you fall for that nice, sweet, wet soup, then you get scammed. So,
Goulash.
It's
goulash. Goulash
It's
from
a
the
moral
Balkans.
lesson.
Yes, yeah, exactly, Shotiris. You can elaborate on that.
It's a moral lesson, guys. Never fall for the hooker.
No. And be a man. Don't pay for sex. Just
Real.
oh my god, I wanted to say a really bad joke. Just take it, guys, like they do in the UK right now. Anyway, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start talking about the gameplay. So I played it on, like, talking about difficulty, I played it on survival. I played it on the harder difficulty, but not without the HUD. I started out like Mundi here, without the HUD. But then I very quickly had to look up a guide on what to do in the beginning of the game, because I didn't know that I had to pick up a weapon. I didn't know the bind. It's just a pain in the ass. So I went back, I played it on harder difficulty. Although the game says that the survival is, well, it's a more survival experience where resources are more limited, I didn't have that much trouble with the ammunition, with the filters and such, because I always went for the exploration, which also, like, exploration is very cool. I enjoyed it a lot because you always get rewarded when you explore in this game. It's super rewarding, and it's also very intriguing to go, although, like, sometimes in some levels, I'll admit, I was like scared shitless, especially with the librarians, but it would still, you knew that it would still be worth going and to explore, because you always get nicely rewarded for it. So I don't think survival is gonna kick your ass that much and leave you without resources that much, but that's something to keep in mind. So gameplay wise, like again, exploration is rewarded. I love the fact that you have like 3 or 4 types of weapons. You have a shotgun, you have a machine gun, you have the arrow stuff that shoots, you have pistols, then you have another, like towards the second half of the game you get a weapon, a machine gun from Ullman, or what's his name. That's also pretty cool, but it's quite realistic in the fact that you don't have a massive diversity of weapons, because it wouldn't make sense in a metro system and post-apocalyptic world. But instead of having like 1,000 different types of weapons, the game does this very cool mechanic where you can customize your weapons in different ways. So you can either put laser sights on it, or silencers. You can also put what do you call it?
Quad barrel on the shotgun.
Quad barrel on the shotgun, of course. You can also put sniper scopes. Yeah, there you go. Sniper scopes on the weapons. So there's a lot
And
of
night vision scopes, yeah.
night vision scopes as well, yeah. So there's a lot of customization without it being like unrealistic to the setup of the game. That's something that I really appreciated. Yeah, let's start from there. Go ahead. Let's start with Dacia this time.
I really do appreciate that they didn't add a stamina bar, so you can infinitely sprint basically.
Oh, thank fucking God, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a life changer.
It is, and I just as a side note, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I hate it when I run in games and you have a stamina bar and like you run like 10 meters and then your guy just gets tired. Really, a guy gets tired in a post-apocalyptic world after running 10 meters. Like, fuck off.
Indeed. You mentioned earlier that you found some similarities with the Stalker game or the Stalker book. And
In the atmosphere, yeah.
what I found were the anomalies that occasionally happened, like when the tunnels where there were some electrical discharges and
Yeah.
so that reminded me of the Stalker.
Yeah, because you did
resemblance.
play the Stalker also the recent one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. At certain times the NPCs were pretty much useless. I mean, you had a squad of like 4 or 5 people around you, and monsters were attacking you while they were just shooting in midair. I don't know what they were shooting, but
Yeah. Like some of our teammates when we play Counter-Strike.
yeah,
Completely
basically
useless.
a basic weekend. Yes,
Yeah.
weekend with the boys.
Yeah. Weekend with the boys, you know. Oh my god, you get so excited. Oh, it's Friday night, I'm gonna play some Counter-Strike, and then 2 matches in, you're questioning every decision in your life. Yeah, just go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like playing Metro.
Yeah.
I like the fact that there were pretty frequently subtle hints of the book. The book is placed
the book is
basically.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Even when you had a scene where you had to hide under a
Under a train, yeah, to get
Yeah,
transported.
yeah, and
Oh
there was
yeah,
a
the
book
book is
in-
right
in
under your
front of you.
nose. Yeah, they really want you to buy those books.
I didn't know it was a sales pitch, to be honest, but now you mention it, probably
I mean, it's too often. You meet the book too often not to be, I think. It's
yeah.
pretty
Lucky
in
for
your
them, I
face.
can't read.
That's okay. You can play video games.
Speaking of reading, some occasional subtitles to translate some Russian dialogues would have been nice. I don't know about you guys, but there were certain times when they spoke Russian, and I don't know, subtitle would have been handy.
Yeah, okay. I didn't catch that. Did you catch that, Chotiris? Or Mundi?
I didn't pay attention, to be honest. I don't know. I don't remember like a sequence where, and even if Dacia is right, perhaps they were saying something trash, something
Maybe.
with ideology, so you didn't have to know what they're saying, I guess.
Maybe, but also they are sometimes. I did notice like in the second half, because that's that's what comes to my mind, because that was what I experienced recently. Like when they swear, they say a swear or something. It is translated in English somewhat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Go ahead, Dacia, Mr. DACIAPeek.
Yeah. So.
How did you enjoy the weapon gameplay?
Pretty decent, pretty fair. I played along with.
Yeah, pretty fair. Yeah.
I had a revolver at the primary, let's say, with silencer and a certain sniper scope, I guess.
Yeah.
I played only
Oh,
headshots from a distance.
that's very nice. One tapping is super satisfying in the game.
Yeah. I had the AK from Temu as secondary, and the shotgun for one-on-one with the monsters if they come pretty close, and the quad barrel. I found that the lasers don't really do much. You can basically hip fire if you want the same way, only you had to anticipate the bullet travel, but didn't make any difference. The sights, yeah, they magnify, but to be honest, sniping on certain occasions is okay. The night vision scope per se on the weapons, I feel that they are pretty useless.
It's kind of annoying,
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it is. It's not fluent. It's not. I didn't like it either.
I find myself throwing quite often the knives. I like throwing the knives.
That's useful.
Grenades, they have a pretty long delay of explosion.
And the throwing of them, it's like, oh my god, it's like he's throwing a 50-kilo dumbbell. Yeah, I don't know. It felt very heavy and clunky. Yeah, like a black dildo, you know, like throwing a black dildo very hard. Don't ask me how I know that.
Childhood memories.
Ah, yeah. Hey, now that you say it, it's actually my parents were throwing the black dildo at me. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh my god, childhood trauma. Okay, let's move on.
They had a claymore, I think. I didn't really find any use for it, for the claymores. Like,
I didn't even notice that.
I ended up selling them. Well,
yeah.
Never did really play the sniper rifle. So basically, these three weapons were my choice of demolition.
Yes.
Let's say.
Yes. Not bad. I enjoyed the revolver as well very much. It's like, it was super satisfying one tapping guys in the head. And most of the times it was quite consistent. There were some funky stuff, but most of the times you can say that it's super consistent, and the gunplay was very good, especially if you factor in the age of the game, right?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Mundi, your turn. You have the floor.
All
Gameplay,
right.
combat,
So,
weapons.
yeah, I am the tryhard of the group. I play the game in the most hardcore, highest difficulty on survival mode. That means that
because you are Greek and you feel superior, right? That's just a natural thing for you. Okay, go ahead.
He's a true Spartan.
No, it's because I am a tryhard and I hate my life. Because at certain points...
and life, sorry, I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but I couldn't help myself. And life really hates all of us, so it's a mutual feeling.
Yeah. So at some times at the beginning, actually, until I managed to get my grips of the game, I was lost because these metro bases were chaotic. Although afterwards, when I immersed myself in the game, the lighting itself was actually guiding you to the right way where you needed to go.
The green and the red, right?
Yeah, it was very helpful. Now, what I personally find very annoying in general was this type of wolves outside of the snowing area. They were moving so clunky that you couldn't aim point blank. They were moving and they were doing this mini teleport, so you were trying to adjust your aim. And because I was playing in the highest difficulty and the ammo was so rare, even though I was doing the exploration that you mentioned, which was rewarding. For example, I was finding an ammo stash I was picking it up and it only gave me like 3 bullets. What am I gonna do with 3 bullets? But anyway, after a while, after a certain point, if you do proper ammo management, you are good. Now, as for the weapons, I started with a shotgun, of course, because on the highest difficulty, you are getting more damage per
Yeah,
hit,
the
but you are
shotgun is super
also
useful.
you're also doing much more damage per shot. So it was like one tap, no matter where you were shooting the shotgun. Afterwards, the AK was very nice
just
when you
like with the black dildo, everything is one tap, baby.
yeah when you get it from the other guy. I think after a certain point, the other weapon that I also found very useful was the lead ball cannon that you were charging with the lever on the left side. You get it in the outpost, the Spartan outpost on the church at the end of the game, along with the flamethrower,
Yeah.
which unfortunately, the flamethrower, I thought I didn't have fuel. I left it, and the only ammo type that I was finding in the chapter 6 was fuel. So in the chapter 6, 70% of the gameplay I was out of ammo, and the only ammo type that I was finding was fuel. Anyway, now
You could have just drank it.
as yeah. Now, as for I really like the fact that you had to use the gas masks and the ammo filters that you had to make this
Yes,
management.
that's the next point that I wanted to bring up. Go ahead.
It was very nice that you physically putting it on and off. It was something that is missing also from Stalker 2, since we're mentioning the Stalker
Yeah, it
games.
just enriches the gameplay so much. The gas mask, and also like you
Yeah.
said, like the fact that you have to actually change the filter in it is awesome. Also, I like that you have the little lighter that you can
Yeah.
use to burn the spider webs. One
The
thing
spider
that pissed me off, and it's kind of a flaw of the game. You know, you can charge your battery, but if you go into the options and look at the key bindings, you cannot find charging the battery. You cannot find how to pull out the battery. You have to look it up online, which is like
There's a
true.
hint, I think, when you
it does tell you at some point at the beginning of the game.
when you're loading the game, I think there's a hint
Yeah, but if you
somewhere.
like don't pay attention at that fraction of a second or something,
Yeah.
you just have no idea about that. And now it's fine because you can go online and check it. But like, man, the game came out, maybe maybe it wasn't that pleasant, but that doesn't really matter right now. But I just found it very awkward that in the key bindings you cannot find the battery stuff. You have to look it up online. If you like Dacia said, there is a hint, but if you like wasn't paying attention because you were paying attention for to something else, which is quite possible in a horror game, because you're always like, or at least I am, like I'm always on the edge, like things I think that's a big flaw.
It was a
Be
pretty nice
honest,
touch on the visor when you're taking damage. It's cracking, and when you
Yeah, the
switch
gas
it
mask,
for
yeah.
a new one, it's clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice touch.
these are the small additions that makes the game
It
make you
makes
feel
it so
immersed.
much better. Yeah.
Yeah, you're feeling immersed. Now that you mentioned the battery of the flashlight, I didn't even know that this was a thing at the beginning. And at some point, I was trying to press FFFF for the flashlight. It wasn't opening. And I was with the bullet lighter and the pistol on the other hand, like
Yeah.
walking in the darkness. It was very fun. Now, as for the guidance, you told me yourself that when you're holding M and you get the notebook, it has a compass with a
Yeah.
green indication that also tells you where to go sometimes, which
Yeah.
also helps.
Yeah.
Now, as for the enemies, the AI, I mean, it's of course much better than the original, but okay. As Dacia also said, your allies are actually completely useless. And the fact that in chapter 6 you are like 5 Spartans, like 5 warriors
Yeah.
roaming in the tunnels, and you have like 10 monsters, and 3 of them are ganking up on you because they don't care about the others, and the others are not helping you. I mean,
Typical
come
night
on,
in a
guys.
Counter-Strike lobby. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, come on, guys. I mean, am I gonna do everything for you? But yeah, most of the game you are on yourself, so you're by yourself, so it doesn't matter
Yeah, I
too
think
much.
like when it comes to like you guys mentioned the AI companions, I think they are a little bit useless, yes. But one way you might be able to use them is to just move around them and try to jump around them, so it's harder for the enemy monsters to reach you. So movement is also, I found it that is quite important. Don't stay in one place when you are getting ambushed by monsters, because they are going to push you. But if you move around, if you jump around and do stuff like that, it'll be harder for them to hit you. And I think on the higher difficulty levels, that is quite important.
Yeah. In the highest difficulty, bro, the only problem that I had with the resource management was the medkits. The
Okay.
slightest damage that I was getting, I was like 50%. The screen was flashing red. The
Okay,
slightest damage. And I had to use the medkit. So most of the times I didn't have medkits. I was tryharding, which is the only downside of the maximum difficulty.
You see, go ahead.
Yeah, even though that you are making much damage, so most of the times they won't even come close to you because you're killing them before they do. If they do, you're dead. That's the only thing. And this was the problem with the librarians. And since you mentioned the throwables, which you have to use in order to progress in this certain point with the librarians, because you will run out of ammo eventually. I was throwing it, and in this 50 minutes until it detonated, the librarian was moving the whole map. He was in my face. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, the throwables are kind of they have only certain moments where you can actually use them. Otherwise, they're
It's a hit and miss, pun intended.
Yeah. More of a miss, yeah. It's like when you hit the wrong hole, you know. It's horrible for everybody involved. But yeah,
I also appreciate the stealth mechanics, which I didn't use. I always hit the first guy, and I just clear the whole map. Especially the funniest part was when you are going to meet the Nazis for the first time, and you are in the Russian camp, and you had to sneak between them to go in the Nazi camp. I was like, come on, are you real? I hid behind a wall and I cleared all the commies first, and then I went in and killed all the Nazis.
Yeah.
It was very funny. And I'm sorry, the last thing that I will say is that what I truly appreciate in this game is that it doesn't have unlimited spawning. The AI are limited, are the ones that you are seeing. You will kill the 10, 15, 20 guys, and that's it. The whole map is empty. It's not unlimited spawning, anything.
No, and it's also very cool. Like you brought up a good point, and it just hit my mind that, like, okay, you went in and you cleared the map, right? Which is one way of playing the game. But if you want to do it a little bit of a more role play, you can sneak, and it's super useful. Maybe you have to take out the guy here and there, but the game lets you do whatever you want to do, and all options are pretty fun, and there's no right or wrong way to do things. It's just the way you want to
dynamic.
do it. Yeah, it is. Which is pretty important, considering that, yes, like you guys said, it is a linear game. It's not open world, thank God, because not everything has to be fucking open world, okay? So
it's like a Tomb Raider game.
Sorry?
It's like a Tomb Raider game, the first two, you know?
Oh, yeah, with the pointy tits. Yeah, I remember. Didn't play it that much, but I do remember.
We gotta do
important things.
Yeah.
I mean, priorities, yeah. Go ahead.
We gotta do a review on Lara Croft. And I will give you a detailed review of her butt cheeks.
Okay.
Is that game even playable?
Well, it depends on which site you are searching for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Shotiris has Mundi has a very dirty mind, it seems.
No.
No, like us all. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. So you said
I think that I don't have something else to add. It's a very nice game. It is balanced for the damage.
Yeah.
But my only complaint is that sometimes the enemies are moving so, I don't know,
randomly. It's hard to predict.
Yes, bravo. So
Yeah.
randomly, but
Yeah.
you cannot aim. And when you are out of ammo, every bullet counts. If
Yeah.
you're making me miss the
It
3
can-
bullets
yeah,
and I land the 4th, I mean, okay. But
It makes you
maybe
feel,
maybe
yeah.
I'm useless, but I don't think I'm useless.
No, I think I understand what you're saying. It like in the moments where you are underwhelmed and every bullet counts, it would have been better for the gameplay experience if the enemies weren't so like they move so randomly sometimes. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question for Mundi. On your difficulty, have you experienced like the monsters are more spongy? Like, do they take up more bullets in order to kill them, or you could be able to kill them with one shot, let's say with an AK headshot?
Yeah,
Did you manage to
this
kill them with one bullet?
this is what I said, that on the highest difficulties you take more damage, but you are also doing much more damage.
Oh,
They are
okay,
not
okay,
spongy.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
That's very
why
cool,
when when you're choosing the difficulty, it says that you will get more damage and you will make more damage. And I was like, okay, let me see that. And indeed, the men, the NPCs,
Yeah.
were one tap, except from the Nazis who had the body armor.
They had
You had to double tap them. But the monsters, I think the vast majority of them with the shotgun was one tap. Only the librarians were you had to empty the whole
tanky,
clip. Yeah, you had to empty the whole clip. I cannot even imagine on Spartan difficulty where they are more spongy how many bullets they needed.
Yeah,
I
but
cannot imagine.
you like okay. I'll come back to the librarians, but coming back to you said earlier how random the enemies move sometimes. One thing that pissed me off and it just make me hit a wall with the game and made me stop playing it for a while was those little fuckers that come out of the floor and they just attack you randomly in the back. They are so annoying to deal with.
Scavengers or what
I
are they
don't know
called?
what they are. There's little monsters that just come tap you and then run away. It was so cheesy. Maybe I was in the wrong state of mind. I don't know, but it was bad.
It was in the time where you had the kid on your back.
Something like around that spot.
Yeah. I
Before
know.
it's actually slightly before. You pick up the kid. And yeah, that's about it when it comes to that.
You know the funny thing on how I died in that sequence, I went on top of the hole and I throw a grenade, and even though I threw it in the hole, it stayed, in an invisible wall, and I died.
Yeah. You can actually, but you were talking about the librarians. You can actually go through that whole level without shooting them, or without shooting anybody, because
Just running around.
it does your companion. I think it's Miller. He does tell you. He does give you hints on what to do with them. So if you don't turn your back on them and you just stare them while they walk around or they face you, at some point, if you, like for example, if you come face to face with one of them and you just sit and stare at them, they'll just turn around and go away.
Really?
Yep. So it is a mechanic. I think your Spartan style was not quite the best one. That's why you were left without ammo. Because you can look it up online on that level. You can just go through that level without shooting anything.
That's really cool, but I'll pass. I'm glad I killed them all.
Yeah, like again, okay, the game allows you to do different things.
It's pretty much the point of the game.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that you can play different styles, and that also adds possibly to the replayability of the game. If people are interested in going through it again, maybe once in survival, once in Spartan, if you just want to go and smash everything, it's pretty good. It's pretty good when it comes to that.
Anyway, you can't get all the achievements from only one playthrough.
No, yeah, that's true. One thing that
if you're an achievement hunter, sorry.
Yes, aka achievement Nazi. One thing that okay, let's talk about some things that we didn't play about the gameplay. There is this level around like around the midpoint of the game, a little bit before it, where you sit on there's this like little car with a machine gun
I
on
know
top,
what. Yeah,
and
I knew it.
it goes on the railway in the metro. And for some godforsaken reason, the developers thought that it would be a good idea to use the keyboard to go up and down, I think, and the mouse to go left right. Some godforsaken combination. I think
No,
those
no.
guys
I
were
think
drunk.
it was. I think it was only WASD. The mouse was useless.
No, the mouse was. It's either going up or
shoot,
down
no?
or left or
When
right.
you clicked, you shot.
Yeah, and it was just this weird combination, and it pissed me off so much that I stopped playing for like a couple of weeks at that point in time. I was like, fuck this game. Like, what were they thinking there? It was so annoying. So
Imagine playing it on the highest difficulty though, and you were dying all the time. I died 50 times there.
and it was
Guys, give them some credit. They tried only to mix things up, to not be so repetitive and so boring. So,
well, you know, I don't know.
At least they tried, not like nowadays the programmers who make the
the programmers.
Black Ops 7.
Yeah, that's true. The only thing that they try is to push as much gayness as they can. So that's better. It's better to suffer
At
through
least
gameplay.
they tried.
Yeah, that's what my parents usually used to say. Oh, at least he tried, even though he's still a loser. Anyway, so what are some of the points that you guys disliked about the gameplay or the game in general? Something that gave you a moment where you were like, oh, I just can't do this right now. Go ahead, DACIAPeek. If there were any, of course, it doesn't have to be like, maybe you didn't experience such things.
From the top of my head, I can say only with the kid that annoyed me. And let's say if you were in a certain situation where you had to do an action, if you stood still and you didn't do anything, they repeated quite often, and they gave you like what 3 or 4 seconds before they repeated their line. I mean, chill out, man. I'm thinking, or I'm taking a piss, or relax. I will do it eventually. Calm down.
Yeah, or I'm thinking of Alinoza. Yeah, like you never know.
Other than that, I can't recall any difficulties. I mean, shit. It was on normal difficulty. What difficulty could it be?
Yeah, but gameplay wise, okay. What about you, Shotiris? When did you hit the wall, if you ever hit it?
I will tell you, my only complaint is, as I mentioned before, the fact that since I was a tryhard myself and I most of the time was lacking ammo, and I mean, in the shops, in the metro shops, in the bases, the ammo is so expensive, and the funny thing is that it's expensive to buy it, and if you want to sell, for example, the ammunition that you are not using, it's so ridiculously.
Well, it's like real life. It's like real life. You want to sell something, you sell it for cheap. You want to buy something, fuck you.
Bro, it was ridiculous. And at some point, I was selling all the auxiliary ammo, and after a while, I was like, no, I'm gonna hoard it, and if I find the other weapon, I will use it, even though I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was the fact that I said that sometimes the AI was moving so randomly, especially the wolves who were doing the mini jumps, you know, from one point to another. And I was missing my shots, and I was like, and I was missing my shots, and I was dying because the dude was in my face, and I had to reload.
Yeah.
And until you change in the secondary and do the animation, you were dying. That was my only downside. After that, to be honest, sometimes these small traps on the doors that you were not seeing, you know, with the wiring,
the wires,
it was killing you instantly. To be honest, I don't have something else. The game was polished. It was very balanced most of the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The AI, I wish it was a bit more challenging. The AI with the guns, I mean the human.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But okay, you're not playing Call of Duty, so okay.
Thank God for that.
Overall, I would give it like an 8 out of 10, 8.5 maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Now that we talk about the gameplay aspects that we didn't like, one thing that is very important to remember if you are a newer player. I mean, we are used to this because we're old school players, but remember to do manual saves, because sometimes you die and you have to like replay 5 to 10 minutes, and you know,
Oh yeah.
I like that might not sound much to you, but to me it's like a massive headache because my time is limited because I'm an old fuck, and like I really like remember to do the manual saves. And also if you're unlucky and you save at the wrong time, you're just gonna spawn and die, spawn and die, spawn and die. So good luck with that. you can experience that, but as long as you have a hotkey for saving after each encounter, maybe after each big encounter, just remember to save, because the game it doesn't save all the time. So you might be surprised when you have to replay a certain part of the game.
And also, just to add, since you mentioned the new players, I was also a new player myself. I've never played the Metro games except for Metro Exodus, like 2 years ago, but I didn't finish it. For a new player, like after 16 years since this game, it's been out since 2010. It's still holding up. It's very nicely made, nicely balanced. It's a nice experience. It's not that you will play it and you will be like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah,
Except from some points that, of course, you will die multiple times because of the overwhelming enemies, etc. But this is a part of the game, you know?
Yeah, that's if you play it as a real man, not like Dacia did on medium difficulty.
Speaking about save game, have you guys experienced any crashes? Game crashes?
I didn't.
Not a single one, no.
You?
Me neither. So
okay. Yeah, it's
a good game.
It runs smoothly, and there were no technical difficulties. Now that you bring it up, perfect, very good. The only thing that I noticed, and it happened to me, is that I couldn't like change my mouse sensitivity. So I would change it in the menu, and then I would go back into the game. It would change, but then when I go back into the options, it would go back to 0. And the only way that I worked around this is to changing the sensitivity of the mouse in the Windows or with the DPI button on the mouse. Did you guys encounter this or notice this?
No.
I changed in the DPI on the mouse, so yeah, now that you're mentioning, yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I played on 800 DPI, and the mouse sensitivity in-game was 1 bar, I think.
Yeah. For me, it always started on 0 bars, and I also wanted to put it on 1 bar. And it did work, but as soon as I started up the game again, it would just go default to 0 again.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little detail, but keep that in mind if you wanna have a crisp touch like Ali Nutza does. I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna tell you where she does that.
We will need a background story on Ali Nutza.
No, yeah, maybe one day. This is gonna be the lore. We're just gonna give you bits of Ali Nutza, and then you will eventually maybe discover what she is, this mythical creature. Anyway, let's go ahead and maybe talk a little bit about our favorite and least favorite levels. I'm gonna go ahead and start so that I give you guys a little bit of time to think. I think my favorite level. It's the first level when you go first time outside, above ground, so to say. I don't know if there's multiple paths or not, but I do remember that like the game really wants to push you in a certain path, and I just took a detour, and then I kept going on that detour and somehow ended up meeting the guy that I was supposed to. But I think that's not the path. I don't know if there's multiple paths in the first level, but I just enjoyed very much exploring inside the buildings, going outside again, trying to avoid the monsters plus the winged ones. I really enjoyed that level. And then when it comes to the least favorite, it's obviously that goddamn train. It's so annoying. I wanted to crash something. And one level that's in between, I think the staple level for this game is the librarian stuff. For me, my heart was fucking pouncing constantly because I tried to listen to what I think it was Miller told me, which is don't turn your back on them, and if they come towards you or you see them, stare at them. So that's what I was trying to do, to sneak around, and it's just like constant adrenaline pumping through my veins. So those are the 3 levels that were more remarkable for me. Also, I would say one thing. I think the ratio between fighting human enemies and monster enemies is a little bit too much towards the human enemies. I think it should have been a little bit less humans and more monsters. Because
I agree, yeah.
Because
Percentage-wise, yes.
yeah,
Obviously.
like I think you're fighting humans too much, and monsters a little bit less. But this game should push you into fighting more the external factors, so to say, the ones that are really like pushing the
Menace to
adrenaline.
society.
Yeah, like the real threat, you know, which one might say like religious cultists are the real threat, which I might agree. But you get what I mean. This is a game, so let's just focus on the monsters and just leave that
Pretty
behind.
subjective.
Yeah, but I do understand the fact that they had to include this because it is a pretty big part of the books, and also it's actually the same in the books as well. So you have moments when you fight monsters and such, but most of it is you getting captured by a certain side of things. By one of the 3 factions and such. So it is accurate to the books, but I think they should have increased the fighting against the monsters, as I said before. So, go ahead, Dacia. What levels did you like, dislike?
Well, the least likable level, as you mentioned, was the librarians and the holes in the floor. If you're panicking and you're
yeah.
running around.
There's a lot of holes there, just like with.
I mean, in the end, if you're paying attention what was said before, that you should face them and not put your back.
Not be a
towards
Spartan
them.
like our Greek friend here. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it shouldn't be a problem. But if you're not paying attention, then yeah, it can be pretty overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
Just
like sorry to interrupt, just like that big black dildo from my childhood. Go ahead.
Oh man. The most like level, I don't know. Nothing really special, to be honest.
Nothing really special. I just push through it. I am stoic.
Just push it,
Balkanic
yes.
boy. I push through everything. Just
The
like
vibe,
push through Alinoca. Easy peasy. Go ahead, Mundi.
So, I will tell you my favorite chapter. I don't remember exactly the name of it.
That
It
doesn't
was,
matter. Just give a description.
yeah, it was the connection when you're finding out that except from the communists, your own people, there are also, of course, the Nazis, and I'm like, what are we in the 1940s again? And it's this long bridge, and they are opening the lights and they're starting shooting at you. It was very nice.
Yeah. I think
And
that isn't
then,
that like the first time you encountered the Nazis or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
That was pretty fun.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, and when you're trying to kill them by one tapping them in the flash lens,
Yeah.
when you're getting close, there is like this car with the dude with the machine gun on top.
Yeah.
And this was the first time that I also used my grenade, and I actually landed the shot and I exploded it. It was very nice. This was my favorite map because it has, since I emptied the whole section from the enemies, it was too much action going on. My least favorite one, because of how many bullets I wasted, and afterwards I had to build it up again. It was frustrating. It was the librarians, but
Yeah.
since you mentioned the mechanic, it has a point. The in between, to be honest, it's the chapter 6 when you're going with the commander and the other dudes, and you're going down in the section with these flaming balls. I don't know what was this thing. These mutants.
That was a
Yeah, it is nice atmospherically. I mean, it wasn't difficult, of course. It was only like a stroll. You're just walking around, but it was very nice atmospherically.
Yeah.
You're like, where am I going?
It builds
Other
up.
than that,
The game builds up to that point. It builds up pretty nicely.
yeah.
The
And
tension.
by the way,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, by the way, what was very interesting since I have played the Stalker games was when I first saw this lightning anomaly that Dacia mentioned before. I was like, oh, I've seen this again. Oh, what is going on?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that the Metro games had a connection with the Stalker universe, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, this is. And when another Stalker mentioned the word anomaly, I'm like, yeah, it has to do. There is a connection, of
I
course.
think there must be a connection between these two worlds because I think the writer of Metro wrote his books, if I remember correctly, this is on the top of my head, in 2002. And the Roadside Picnic, which is the Stalker inspiration, that's written in the 70s, I think, or something like that. So I think there's some inspiration taken from that book in the Metro world as well, and in the Metro books as well. And on a different point, like you said, in general, with each separate level as well, the game does a very good job in building up the tension. And then usually it ends up with a big fight, right? And it's pretty predictable at times, but it's still made well. So you enjoy it and you go through the process without thinking, oh, this is repetitive. Oh, I have to do this all over again. You know what I mean? It's the tension throughout the level that is very cool. And then the payoff towards the end when you have to, I don't know, sometimes you have to do a last stand type of a battle. I think it's pretty well made. The atmosphere, also, I think. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, to add something, what I truly appreciated it was there wasn't this scripted boss fight. There was never a boss fight. It was only enemies. Which was really appreciative.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, that's actually a good point, and I think now that you mention it, I enjoy that as well. I don't like boss fights very much because it's very video gamey, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of the times it's forced. So it's like, oh, okay, well, let's go and fight the boss. It's not fluent, and it doesn't serve the gameplay and the storyline that much. So yeah, that's a good point actually.
On a side note, I don't know if you guys noticed, but one, you can shoot the flashlights. I mean, you can shoot the lights out.
Yeah, yeah. The lights everywhere on the most of the lights on the level you can shoot out. Yeah, it's pretty...
to get a little bit more stealth. And another thing that I noticed, there are different instruments on the whole map in different places, like guitars and pianos, and you can play them each, but you don't get an achievement. So what's the purpose? what's the point? I mean, you only like a few notes you can play on them, and that's it. But what's the purpose? I mean, it's like a monkey catcher, you know. Ooh, you want an achievement, huh?
Okay, yeah. The thing that it's also nice that if I remember correctly, if you shoot out the lights and there's enemies nearby, they will get distracted by it, right?
Yes.
And
they will go and check, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
if you
like...
switch off the panel, they go to the panel to switch it up.
Yeah, or you shoot down the lights. It's also a great video game mechanic if you want to play stealthy.
Yeah. To preserve some bullets.
Yeah.
By the way, may I ask you guys, there were these safe boxes with loot inside.
Yeah.
I never found the keys.
Oh.
I did find a few of
I
them.
never found... I only find like 1 or 2 at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
But in the end game, when I needed the ammo, I never found the keys.
Yeah, I didn't find all of them. I did found some of them, but at a certain point, I was like, oh, I'm just not gonna prioritize that because it's already...
It's annoying. It's annoying
pretty
because
dangerous,
you have to explore
and it's
a lot.
Yeah. They're pretty hard to find. Some of them.
It's understandable on your difficulty that you're not really motivated to do so, because you could encounter more monsters. Maybe, I don't know.
And to be honest, why would I even bother when the whole stack will give me like 2 bullets?
Yeah, it's that's actually
but
a
those
mechanic.
bullets, man, those bullets.
Yeah, those bullets, man. Especially that one bullet that you keep for yourself in case shit goes south, you know.
Real.
From what I understand, I don't know if this is correct, but I remember reading when I read about the game a little bit. That mechanic is only in the remake, so they added that up in the Redux edition. It's not there in the default base game that came out in 2010 or 2009. So that's very cool, actually, that they actually implemented something new into the gameplay, into the world when they did the remake. They didn't just slap some decent graphics on it and go ahead, push it out, steal the money from the idiots, right? They actually added something to it, which is to be appreciated, you know.
Yeah, indeed.
They
be
added
honest,
more
they
loot.
could-
They added more loot instead of just I don't know, changing the race or the gender of certain characters, you know, which is what they would do today. Go ahead.
If they would add an HD texture pack to the game, I say it's pretty playable even today.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, great.
At
I
least
don't.
it has a good story. The game doesn't crash. But I don't know.
It can run on the toaster, yeah. And the graphics are
much.
not a problem. The gameplay is still solid. Like we can segue into the next chapter, so to say, when it comes to the game and to suggesting it maybe to other people. Yeah, go ahead.
I would
Let's start with
definitely
Mundi.
suggest it. I would definitely suggest this game.
Why and at what
I-
price
I-
point? It's currently, I think it's 20 euros on Steam. Do you think go ahead.
I don't know if it's worth for 20 euros because for each person, depending on their pocket, I don't know if 20 euros is too much or if it's too little. But if you can get it on a sale, of course it's more favorable. Or if you can get it from an EBA, instant gaming, in a better price,
Yeah.
most of the times.
Yeah, when it's
but-
on sale on Steam, it's like less than 5 euros, so it's super
Of
affordable.
course it was it, but
So the
to be
best
honest,
way, I think, sorry to interrupt, just I want to push this through. So I think the best way to do it is buy it on Steam, but just put it on your wish list, and when it's on sale, just buy it for $5. Don't pay $20, because usually, if you haven't played the Metro games, like for $20 you can pick up all 3 games, and they're definitely worth it at that price point. Go ahead.
Indeed.
certainly. I don't know if it was the full price because it's like an 8-10 hours game.
It is
And
short, yeah.
and the fact that although I understand the achievement side of the replayability, that if you want to do the achievements, but for me it only has the main game, and then you replay it once again so you can see the other ending. Perhaps if you are interested in the
If you
lore.
are, yeah, and
If you're not interested, it's only 8-10 hours for 20 euros. I will leave this on each person's own decision if it
judgment.
was it or
Yeah.
not. But for me, it was a very nice experience. The gameplay was fluid for a 16-year-old game. Of course, it's a remaster; it's not the original one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. It was
The
a very
remaster
nice
came out in
experience.
2014, I think. So at this point in time, the remaster is 12 years old, and the base game is like 15 or 16.
Yeah, the gunplay it's very nice. That you have all kind of different, let's say, handmade weapons. You know, the
Yeah,
apocalyptic side and etc. Excellent game. It's very nice for a new gamer as me, since I experienced for the first time. I had only good comments to give, except from the ones that I mentioned before about the random movement of the AI and etc. But of course, it's to be expected from a
Yeah,
game
of
of
course,
15 years
nothing's
old.
perfect. Yeah.
But for example, you see games for 60 euros today, and it's absolutely trash.
Yeah.
You know,
I was looking
So-
forward. A new Carmageddon game came out yesterday, which is, you know, the old school Carmageddon games are awesome. I really like them, but the reviews are all bad, and it costs like almost 40 euros, I think. So there's definitely there's a lot of new games that are just not that bad and not worth the money, and you better go on old school games that offer more like more joy for the money, so to say.
But of course, as I mentioned, it's like it's a narrow story game. You will play it once and then you are done. So
Yeah.
if that's worth for you 20 euros, of course, go ahead. Otherwise, as sort of Rome mentioned, you can simply wait on a sale, get it for 5 euros, or you can get the whole trilogy for 20 euros, and you will enjoy much more.
That's
So
a banger. Like, there's no $20 better spent than buying the trilogy, the
Ye-
Metro trilogy. Like, it really is.
Except for Alinuța.
Yeah. I mean, Alinuța is worth much more, but usually she's cheap, so she goes for under $10. Anyway, Dacia, what's your opinion? Should people play this, or should people spend their money on Alinuța?
They should play this, definitely. Don't think too much about it. If you consider yourself not a hardcore but a basic regular gamer, I think it's like enjoying a glass of wine.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You should try it in order to diversify your taste palette, you know, and you should play it. Don't think about it too much. Obviously, don't pay full price for it. But if money isn't a thing, then why not? Definitely, it's very worth it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you guys. I don't advise you paying $20 for it, because I'm just a cheap bastard, you know. Although it's not like an affordability thing, but it's like, it's at this point in time, if you can buy it for 5, why buy it for 20? You know. So
exactly.
just be patient, put it on your wish list, and when it comes up on sale, just grab all 3 games if you haven't played them. They are definitely worth it. Like, I didn't play the second game yet. I'm super excited to play that one, but I can tell you that the third game is awesome. It looks great. The gameplay is great, and this one is also obviously a good one. It's a good experience. It is linear. It's not long, but who cares? Like, I would take like 10-15 hour games, or solid games with the decent storyline and good gameplay, any day of the week over bloated open world dog shit games that are mostly coming out today, or even worse, live service bullshit, you know. So
yeah, hands down, 100%. Yeah.
like, this is my type of game, if I'm being honest, and it's worth it. Like Dacia said, if money is not a problem and you want to play it today after you've listened to this, for some reason you want to listen to our opinion, then you can pick it up. But if not, like, go ahead, pick it up on a sale, and you will not regret it. And even if you do regret it, let's say like you spend $5, you're like, mamma mia, this is not for me, just play it for less than 2 hours, and you can always refund it on Steam, and then you can buy something else, or you can go and visit Alinuța. It's up to you, you know. I think we can conclude that here. If you guys have anything else to say, you can go ahead right now. But I think we brought up pretty good points. This is our first episode. We plan on doing more. So maybe the format, the chapters will be a little bit different. But this is an ongoing project. Like, the other 2 guys just met themselves before we started recording. The dynamic and the flow is pretty good. I enjoyed it. So expect more. And if you want to, go ahead, guys. Mundi, if you have anything to add before we end.
As far as the game goes, I think that I have given all my points. As I mentioned before, and as you also said, for a new gamer, it's a very nice experience. I 100% recommend the game. Go ahead, guys, and let us know in the comments.
Yes, Mr. Fiat-Peek.
I'm just looking at the release date of the third Metro Exodus, and we will play that game in 2034. So then we will give a review about it.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we'll see when that time comes. Yes. Well, this is the first episode, but in the next episode, so the way that we roll is there's 3 of us, so each of us will pick a game for each episode. This was Dacia's pick. Dacia's pick. next up, I'm gonna allow my guests to be the ones that pick first. So Shotiris, did you decide on your next game, or are you still thinking about it?
I have to think about it. I'm not 100% sure, but I will let you know regardless soon enough.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We will let you guys know. Okay, I think everything was said. I hope you enjoyed this, all three of you, of course. If you enjoyed it,
Yeah,
maybe...
it was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's fun, like playing games and then talking with other people, even though mentally challenged people and racist. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It was fun. I hope you guys felt the same way we did doing this today. Leave a comment below if there's something that you can leave us as a feedback, maybe to improve stuff, or just leave us your opinion. I mean, it's okay. Criticism is very much welcomed as long as it's constructive. I mean, and even if it's not constructive, maybe you feel better afterwards, so just leave it there. It's easy to ignore.
You can tell us to fuck off.
Yeah,
okay.
Easily, and then we will easily
It's a
tell you the
wish.
same.
It's a wish. It's a good thing.
Yes, guys, until next time, stay safe, stay clean, and always stay strong.